Salutations, YouTube friends. Much as with many of my videos, day late and a dollar short, or something always comes up. I had this great idea about how I was going to do some drone footage of a little metal detecting late afternoon trip here. Got another beautiful sunset in the valley here. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I was going to dig some holes here. I don't know if you can tell. This used to be like a half-size football field until they came along and, as many times will have it, urban sprawl. They built buildings there. And anyway, back in the day, there's a training center right over there, like I don't know, quarter of a mile away, and then all the equipment's over there by the river. But they train the operating engineers as part of the Teamsters. They train heavy equipment operators out here, and there's some barracks there. So when they weren't teaching back in the early 90s, 90, 91, something like that, there was a World Football League team. I believe it was World Football League, and it was called the Sacramento Surge. And they came out here, and they were owned by a guy named Fred Anderson, and he developed all of that giant, it's a big equestrian show place. They have roping and jumping and dressage, and they bring horses here from all over the world to participate over at that, and it's growing like mad. It's huge. But anyway, he owned that football team. Fred Anderson owned that football team. It was called the Sacramento Gold Miners, and they were part of the World Football League. And I think they were like pre-1990 or something like that, because in 90 or 91, I think the World Football League broke up, or he sold the team to somebody, but that team itself turned into the Sacramento Surge, and they played at Hughes Stadium in Sacramento. But they used to have their spring training here on this little half or third football field, and we used to come over and watch them train, and then they stayed in those barracks when the operating engineers weren't training their people. So anyway, long story short, I detected out here a long time ago and came out here and poked some holes. It's all grown over now, a bunch of weeds, and then they took away part of the field itself to build those buildings over there. So I had all these great plans. I was going to do some drone footage of detecting and some finds and things like that, and poking holes, and then eventually make a fire. But electronics troubles followed. I got some new stuff for my drone, and I was trying that out, and I couldn't get it to work right. So I'm getting this in so you can see that sunset. That's cool. And I'm going to go poke a few holes right now, see if I can find something right before the sun goes down, and then I'm going to make a fire, and that'll be my Friday fire, and have a tasty cold brew with it, and bid you all a welcome to hopefully a great weekend. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to suit up and swing a little bit, and I'll be back to talk to you to make a fire. I'll be right back. Well, hey everybody, I hope there's still enough light left to do this. Did get out with the Garrett for a little 30-45 minute hunt, and I said that the professional football team practiced here. Well, it's a darn good thing that I came over here today and dug some holes, because look what I found. Can you see that? A pull tab, and lo and behold, a nail and an arrow that came out in 4 pieces, an aluminum shaft nail. So yeah, not any big treasure today. But I bet if my grandson was here, he'd think that was the best thing ever. If he can dig something out of the ground, it's treasure to him, and that's what matters. And it was fun. And I'm gonna make a little fire here, and I'm gonna pop the top on this tasty beverage. Tonight it's a Deschutes IPA. Delicious, delicious beer from Bend, Oregon. Tonight's fire is brought to you by Stoney's Outdoors and Brother Jack, Redneck Renegade, I'm going to use a set of, well, I guess they're made from deer antler. It looks like deer antler or elk antler. A beautiful Sphero set from him. And I used a knife from Absorbed Self-Reliance, Mike Ware. So let me make this fire. It's getting dark. Time to go home. Got a little lathe work to do tonight. So everybody have a great weekend. Stay healthy. And we'll see you all in the next one, okay? Thanks for tagging along. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get her done. There we go. That's some of Stoney's fat wood from Georgia. That's some good stuff right there. Again, everybody have a great weekend. Stay healthy. Happy Fatwood Friday. Cheers. And if anybody wants any of this treasure that I dug up today, just let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to send you that nail, that pull tab, little California history, right? Or even some of this arrow, but you know, don't get greedy. There are 4 pieces if you guys leave some for the next guy. Take care, everybody.